why I do it. I say
Timothy Lamb is just, first of all, a father, you know, brother, son, all that good stuff. Artist, producer, engineer. I try to make myself as, I don't like to put myself in a box, you know, so, yeah, I'm just ambitious, goal-driven person, you know, and I like to make good music, you know. It feels good, you know, and I just want to give the world a part of me, and that's part of the reason why I went from T.Y. Lamb to Timothy Lamb, because can't nobody do me like me, so, you know. I grew up in Norfolk. I was born, and you know, Norfolk General, you know, and I remember the first crib I can remember was out Stony Point South. Is the first place I grew up. But I moved around a lot. It seemed like every year we had a new crib or going to a different school. You know, I done been out Stony Point, then we left there. I think went out off Tidewater Drive. So mostly Norfolk. I done been out Virginia Beach, Chesapeake. 7 cities basically, you know, is where I grew up at. I ain't really I don't have no specific hood. I represent everybody. So, you know, if you would have asked me where I grew up, I would have to say in the 7 cities. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been everywhere. Virginia Beach. There's no place in the 7 cities that I haven't lived. So I grew up in the 7 cities. You know, collectively. My favorite artist of all time is Andre 3000. You know, I listen to a lot of his music. Outkast, J. Cole, Big Crit. Even though they new artists, they make me feel as if they're the ones I relate to the most. You know, they're producers, they're, you know, as well as artists, and you know, and their style of music, you know, kind of goes directly with mine, you know, quite parallel. So Andre, J. Cole, Big Crit. I listen to a lot of R&B, you know what I'm saying? So like Tyrese, Joe, and plus I kind of have an old soul, you know. I used to grow up to, you know, people like the Whispers, Temptations, OJs, you know, the Commodores, you know, so my influence is very, very wide based, you know, so that's why I kind of dibble and dabble everywhere when it comes to my music.
No, but if you look at Katie, for sure it was show.
Isolation to me means to kind of separate yourself from everybody else. You know, that's the reason why I chose the name Isolation, for the simple fact that I felt like in one instance I need to separate myself from everybody in order to stand out, and two, I had to get away from everybody in order to work on me. I've been going through a little situation, and it's been tough, man. It's been tough, you know, and it seemed like other people kind of isolated me, you know, and left me to myself. So, you know, that's where the whole concept comes from of isolation. It's just like, because I have a team, you know, shout out to Smooth, you know, and then, you know, GRG always been there for me. You know, shout out to Easy, Buck City, King Dilla, you know, Ron Rhythm and all of them, you know, and yeah, I'm just basically creating my own creative space, you know what I'm saying, and isolating myself. I think, you know, because usually, you know, even in basketball, you have a team, but sometimes that star player may call isolation so he can make a move for the team, you know. So that's the position I'm in now. I feel like me myself has the capability to putting everybody else in position.
So I'm reluctant to get involved, and some people have problems that we can't solve.
My goal is to, man, I just want to take care of my babies for real. You know, I got a 4-year-old, Shaden, and I got a 1-year-old. She'll be 2 in March. That's Caden Slater. So that's my main priority, man, is to take care of my babies, you know, to make sure they have opportunities, you know, that I didn't have when I was younger, you know, and, you know, the whole college fund, you know, every artist wants to, you know, take care of their children, hopefully. And then other than that, you know, I like to cook, so I've always wanted my own restaurant. I don't know what I'm gonna call it yet. I'm not gonna lie, but I do want my own restaurant, and I believe I belong in movies. You know, and a lot of people tell me that, so that's another thing I want to venture in. It's a lot of things I want to do, but you know, start my Lamb Life Foundation. You know, my father is suffering from Huntington's disease, and that's been a struggle within itself. So, you know, hopefully my foundation will be able to help those with Huntington's disease. You know, I got ideas like I wanna go out to all the parks, you know, out in Norfolk, and buy them. You know what I'm saying? So people out there don't have to pay rent. You know, and just pay their water and electricity and stuff like that, and you know, and help people get ahead in life. 'Cause, you know, all the opportunities I didn't have, and, you know, when I felt like I was out back and I didn't have no help, I want to be able to be that person that other people can fall on, you know, as far as in my area, and you know, after that, you know, we'll stretch, but I want to take care of home first, you know. Like I said it in a song, you know, I love where I'm from, but I hate where I stay, you know what I'm saying? And I want to change that for a lot of people, you know. So, you know, I just want to be, you know, an asset to the, you know, the community and to my family, and, you know, and prove to everybody that dreams really do come true.
Where I hear you get it, tell the kid.